Hey everyone, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Yom Tov. I hope you're doing well. Heading up to Kentucky in a little while to do a military honor service funeral for Paul Gelep, Paul and Joanne. He at 91 went home to be with the Lord, and last week, and it's where Francis and I will be going up there. So I've been busy preparing for that with other things, and just think I'll share a few verses with you that Paul. It's amazing. Paul and Joanne married for 54 years, and Paul is 91 years old. Man, what an amazing servant of God. What an amazing friend and faithful husband, family man. What a joy to be around Paul. Anyone that knew Paul. So some of the verses, that I know I'll share there is just the, and someone, I love this saying that someone said, death is not a period, but a comma in the story of life. And it's so true, because Yeshua said to be absent from the body, or Paul said it is to be present with the Lord in 2 Corinthians chapter 5. Yeshua said, I'm the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me will never die. And so we never really hear, for as believers, we don't die in the sense that a non-believer dies. That's why we don't live as those that don't have hope. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 tells us we don't grieve as those that don't have hope. We know what's going to happen. And when a believer, a faithful believer who has followed Yeshua, who has loved the Lord, goes into the presence of God, we hear those words in Matthew 25:21, well done, good and faithful servant, enter into the joy, the simcha, the joy of the Lord. It would, in Hebrew, would be boel simchat adonecha, simchat adonecha. And we want to hear those words. What joy. Can you imagine the joy that's going to be in the presence of the Lord? I can't imagine the joy that's in the presence of God. We don't know joy here on earth. And in Revelation 14:13, I'll give you a few other verses. Blessed are the dead who die in the Lord, that they may rest from their labors, for their deeds follow them. In Psalm 16, verse 8, coming in, I have set the Lord always, Adonai, always before me. Since he's at my right hand, I'll not be shaken. So my heart is glad and my soul rejoices. My body also rests secure, for you'll not abandon my soul to Sheol, nor let your faithful one see the pit. You've made known to me, this is Todieni Orech Chaim. You've made known to me the path of life. Todieni Orech Chaim, Yada, from Yada, to know. You make me know the path, Orach, the path of life, Chaim. Life, by the way, always in the plural, Chaim, just like heavens, Hashemayim. And then Sheva Machot et Panecha, abundance of joys are in your presence. And then he says eternal pleasures at your right hand. You know, when he says abundance of joys, it's 7 joys. It could be translated, that's how I would translate it, Sheva Machot. So in God's presence, how many joys? 7 joys. Well, as we know, the number 7 can mean an unlimited number. It can mean an infinite number, really, and it could be, there's just unlimited joy in God's presence. And that's what Paul's experiencing, and that's what the believer, the child of God, experiences, the follower of Yeshua, the Chassid. And that's why in Psalm 16, it's 116 verse 15, it says that precious in the sight of Adonai. Let me share this verse with you. Precious in the sight of Adonai, and yakar, it's a beautiful word. It means very dear. We even use this word in modern Hebrew, dear one, yakar, in the eyes of the Lord. Be'er ba'aini Adonai hamavata. He has the death of his Hasidim. It's Hasidav. It's his Hope I didn't lose that. I'm on so late today. All these calls coming now, but we are, God's calls us Hasidim, the faithful ones, the loyal ones, walking in grace, His loyal covenant grace, His love. So precious in the sight of the Lord, the death of His Hasidim. So that's in Psalm 116, verse 15. Beautiful passage. 2 Corinthians 5. We know that this tent, our earthly home, if it's torn down, we have a building from God, a home not made with human hands, eternal in the heavens. For in this we groan. In this body we groan. I know I just got a calf injury yesterday. Pulled it, and got to get over it quickly. For in this we groan, longing to be clothed with our heavenly dwelling. Now the one who prepared us for this very purpose is God, who gave us the Spirit, the Ruach as a pledge. Therefore we're always confident, knowing that while we're at home in the body, we're absent from the Lord, for we walk by faith, not by sight. We're confident, and I say prefer rather to be absent from the body and at home with the Lord. That should be our desire. If we really, walking with the Lord, our desire is to be with Him. Our home isn't here. Our home's with the Lord. So whether at home or absent, what's our purpose? To be pleasing to Him. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, that great passage. Earthly tent gone. We have a heavenly home. That's what we're looking forward to. So much. I could give a lot of passages, but keep Joanne in prayer. Service today, honor service at Veterans Park in Kentucky for Paul, who is with the Lord, and he was a Marine for 10 years, so he's going to be honored there, and we're looking forward to being with them, Francis and I, today. God bless you, and have a great day. Yom Tov. Shalom.